What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, here on Industry Talk, and welcome to Primetime Pod, the hottest information resource outlet for all things entertainment, breaking news, celebrity interviews, and the hot topics of the day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms, our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it, we're on it. Just Google us. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.
Okay. And shit. Prime time vibe. Make sure you check it
How? Why the fuck you think he gets it? He say that.
And Centerville's a whole lot.
Now I'm not trying to get a little messy with you.
Time is money.
out. They gon' trap.
What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space. I'm in your face. Blessed to be living for another day. It is April the 9th, 2026, here in the great state of Mississippi. Live at 5 on the Primetime Network. This is Industry Talk. I'm your host, Big G. We'll be joined shortly with my good man and co-host, Jarrell Braswell. It is Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. We will be speaking with Mr. Damon Vega today as we continue his series, talking about his life, imprisonment, false accusations, unboxing his story, and where he is present day. Has some good news today, though. See if I can pull it out of him. See if we can talk about what he's got going on in his life presently. But I do believe we have some very good news in the field of Mr. Vega and what he's got going on. I am checking all of the specs, checking all of the sites, making sure that everybody can see us, watching the kids, watching from the kids' school, parenting duties. Yes, indeed. Brother Jonathan Shaw is in the building. Welcome to the live, Brother Shaw. Making sure that we're good over here on Instagram and Twitch. And we're going to get this thing kicked off and started. We're supposed to have another special guest today. And hopefully we can get everything locked in with Terry Cherry, give her an opportunity to come back on and speak with us. We were speaking with her yesterday, but we had some serious Wi-Fi issues, and we just didn't get a good interview. So we want to make sure that we give Terry that opportunity to come back on and tell us about who she is, what she's got going on, and the like. Big shout out to Shay Waller 43. Welcome to the party. As we give everybody an opportunity to come on in, welcome, everyone. Welcome. If you have not subscribed to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime, make sure that you do so. And big shout out to my brother E, CEO, and the official Miss Jamaica. This drop is for you.
It's about that time. We decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down there, trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Prime Time. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, where the bosses talk.
Where the bosses talk, ladies and gentlemen, you know, it is a unique hustle around this thing. Welcome to the show. We have a great conversation that's going to take place today. Some great news. I'm going to bring my good man and co-host Jarrell Braswell to the stage because I got a couple of questions. I've been seeing some things circulating. I got a couple of questions that I need to ask Mr. Braswell because it look like, you know, folks get a little money, they get to stepping up and smelling themselves, all this kind of good. I got some questions that I need to ask Mr. Braswell. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he didn't. I ain't been privy to some stuff, so I need to do some investigative journalism right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, my good man, and resident host of Industry Talk, Jarrell Braswell. JB,
What to do, bit up?
what's going on, man?
Man, you already know with me, man. Staring up and at it, man, right now in front of this laptop, chopping up
Okay.
all this footage and shit, man. Make sure everything right. Get everything like it need to be so I can get everything out to you and get everything out the bubble and everybody else and stuff.
Okay, good deal. Well, as you can hear, I've got some questions, comments, and concerns. And you're the only individual that can answer this for me because I've been seeing some things circulating, sir.
Okay.
I've been seeing some very professional promotions coming out on your behalf, and you're getting a little pricey, sir. It looks like the numbers are
Yeah, the numbers ain't gonna lie.
climbing.
Yeah, the numbers
Based on
climbing.
your statistics, analytics, and data, looks like your rates are on their way through the roof, sir. What's really going on?
Man, just working, man. Like I said, man, I tell people all the time, man, I say, to put a price behind your brand, you got to put the work behind the brand. So that's all I'm really doing, man. So as the work, I ain't gonna say the workload gets heavier, but as the work keeps coming, man, the price gonna keep going up too. Because I look at it like this: I gotta be doing something right for people to keep coming at me. So I ain't gonna just leave it at where it's at. It got to keep going up. Then the level and the statue and the grade of entertainment that I'm giving these people, you got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no bar and grill, no up and coming, going nobody looking for exposure. I done put skin in the game, time in the game, took losses and learned lessons, you know what I'm saying, and came back and made recalculated moves and strategic business moves, man. So I tell people, man, I get bookings all the time. People want to book me, man, work with me, man. I done worked with people long enough. Now it's time to work with me. But just working, man, and just like I tell you every day that I talk to you, man, just on the mission to get better to where the prices ain't in question. Okay, we gonna pay this and we ready to get you where to send it to. So that's the goal.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. And I'm stealing that too. Took losses and I've learned lessons. That's mine now, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? You heard it here first. I've taken losses and learned lessons.
Take the losses and learn lessons, man. You make calculated strategic moves, man. So
yeah, that's what's up, man. We're talking with Damon Vega, man, and big congratulations to you, JB. You're looking good, man, and everything that you're doing. I can't say that I'm proud of you, because you know that would sound like I care, but but no, man, I'm really proud of everything that you got going on, and I'm excited to see everything that's coming down the pipeline for you, my good man.
Yes, sir. Cause we back to back. You know what I'm saying? And we settle them bitches out. So I can't complain if I wanted to, man. So
that's right.
We're gonna keep it rolling.
Damon Vega, man. We're talking with Damon Vega again today. It is Thursday. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be doing the Thursday sessions. We may have to alter the date. You know, people are locked into the Thursday conversations with Damon Vega that we've been having, unpacking his life, you know, letting folks know what's going on with him, his fight for full exoneration, pardon from the governor, restitution or reparations for him being incarcerated for over 27 years on a crime that he did not commit, which all of you at this point know that have been following our program was first-degree murder and arson and burglary on a Miss Lundy in his neighborhood. So we do understand that, you know,
he made a case study when I was studying criminal justice at Chapman University, Alabama. That name sound familiar, Miss Lundy now. David made a case study, man. His it was an assignment to one. I remember that shit like yesterday. Now the name Miss Lundy. Yeah, I remember
That's
that
right.
shit. That's crazy.
That's right.
Damn.
So that's and that was through the Duke University Innocence Project.
First instant practice. Yep. I remember
Yeah,
that shit. Yeah.
that all
Studying
of that all
criminal
of
law.
that
Damn. I
yeah.
didn't get his
So,
case, but yeah, somebody was assigned that case.
yeah. So this is
Damn.
who
Vega
we're
versus
talking about.
Lundy. Vega versus Lundy. Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. I should go for
So yeah. So we're gonna
gotta go to
bring
school though, no shit like that though.
yeah. So we're gonna bring Damon into the studio and get into it with him, and of course we're gonna explore this good news that I've been so excited about. But there again, welcome everyone to the live. Everyone that's joining, everyone that's chiming in. We're about to kick this thing off, but like I was saying, we may be making some alterations to the Thursday schedule. I'm not sure yet. We were going to find out here.
They know we live
shortly.
every day. We'll just bump them back or scoot them up. It don't matter. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah, well, it all depends on Mr. Vega. We got to see what he got going on, what he got cooking. You know what I mean? Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live Mr. Damon Vega. What's going on, Damon?
Hey, man, how you doing, Galen Braswell?
But do what it do.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome back, sir. It is Thursday, and we're here with I should call it the Vega Report. You know, going in depth with Mr. Damon Vega about his life, his history, 27 years of incarceration, his book, a note from behind the wire, his music, his ministry. And I say that because every time I talk to him off camera, he has to remind me, Galen, you know, I'm a Christian, man. I can't really be.
Yeah, man, my bad, man. I'm almost smoking reefer and every damn thing, man. My bad. But God put it for me to smoke it though. This keep me from beating niggas' ass. So I'm gonna smoke this shit and it keep my head from hurt.
Yes, indeed. Vegas said they got their eyes open, man. You know, so there's certain things I can't do, Galen. You know, so
you ain't doing nothing wrong. You ain't doing nothing but telling your story. That's it.
That's it, man. That's it. So you know, he should know, man. We at the point to where you know he's like one of our brothers, man. I'm gonna sit there and poke with him and jab at him just to see if I can get a rise out of him because he stays so cool like a polar bear's toenail. You know what I mean? I got to check him out. You know, and if you can sit there and tell me where I pulled that riff from, we might have something special for you. If you can tell me where I pulled it.
Outcast,
man, you think, no, man, don't give it to him like that, man. Don't give it to him like that, JB.
Man, that's one of my favorite rapper, goddamn.
That would have been a classic to see who put the answer into the messaging board.
You can still do something on him. You be like what they call Big Boy. He got more than one name.
That's true. But you done gave him too much of an Easter egg, man. I ain't trying to just give him nothing easy, man. No softballs around here. They gotta know the real nicknames here. Anybody can say Daddy Fat Sex. It's some more. Right. That's right.
I ain't mean to get it up, y'all. My bad.
That's all right. It's all good. You know what I mean? Hey, so Damon,
how
things going, man? How I hear, and I want to start off this way because you know a lot of times we like to hear the bad news. That's what excites us, gets our endorphins up and our antennae up. But I want to sit there and talk about the good news. I like good news, man. I hear you got some good news. Are we privy to knowing what the good news is?
Oh no, it's just that I got a job, man, and
that's great news here. 27 years, man. You got a job. Come on, bro. You doing shit a lot of nigga dream of getting out of prison, getting a job. You did it.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations.
I'm gonna salute your both hand, goddamn it. Shit, that was up, bro.
Talk to us about it, man. Where you gonna be working at, man?
Oh, I'll be working at Wood Spring Suites in the maintenance department.
Okay. Wood Spring Suites.
Yeah, you might be there one day, Brad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sounds a little luxurious.
Yeah, sweets, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice place. Well, somebody recommended me that I knew from way back in the day. They've been working in those hotel motel suites for probably about 10 years, and they recommended me to one of their friends. So I'm just waiting for HR to reach out to me and get my schedule.
Oh shit.
Nice, man. You in there. Give your partner a shout out, man. Let him know, hey man, we from the Boss Talk Family Industry Talk appreciate him for recommending you for a position, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I want
For
to give a
real.
shout out to Otis Bowman out of Asheboro, Randomman, North Carolina, for looking out for me. Because I'd probably still be out there looking if it wasn't for him. But I told the man that I was a good worker, and he was like, man, you already in, man. All it took was for Otis to speak up for you. So I had to take my ID, my routing number, and my social to him the other day so he could submit the paperwork. That was fast,
Sounds like ACH deposits are on their way.
Wait.
Yeah. I really
Labor to it all tomorrow, goddamn shit. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I really needed a job.
Yeah, nice, man. That is what's up. So, congratulations, Damon.
Yeah, I had to call you. I had to call you when I had got that news. I had to talk to you and let you know.
Yeah, I know. And just like I said, man, whatever we need to do.
That's something to call about. That's something to call him about. Yeah,
exciting
man.
news. You know what I'm saying? You ain't call you not calling me from behind bars talking about I need some buying money.
You ain't begging.
Yeah,
you ain't begging either. Say, hey man, I got a job.
Yes, indeed. I was happy. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I don't know about the Thursdays, man, because I said, shit, man, they just what's more important? You know what I'm saying? We can work around
the money, yeah. We can work around the schedule, man. You got off days.
Shoot. And we can shift it how we need to shift it to sit there and continue what we continue. I just know that people were locking in on the Thursdays. People get kind of tied in, but the story in itself is going to pull the weight and the relevance of what we're doing. So whatever you get your schedule, Damon, whenever you can see when you can fit us in to do what we need to do, that's what we're going to do, bro. We here every day, 7 days a week, live at 5.
And we go live late at night during midnight. So
we do. That's right.
We do nightcap.
You're kicking that. We do the nightcap stuff. That's right. So you never know. You might be up and ready in the evening sometime. You know what I'm saying? When we do a few things. So think about it. We there. We here. We want to continue the story. So the basketball, sir, is in your court. It's in your hands.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Most definitely.
Okay. All right. So I got a question for you. Because I stay reading your stuff. You say and I don't want to mispronounce it, but is it Caledonia?
Yeah, Caledonia.
Oh, Caledonia. Okay, Caledonia. Okay. I forgot to put the E up in there. So Caledonia. You said it was one of the worst prisons you ever been to. It was built in 1890.
Damn, that's the door no return.
Yeah. That was one of the worst.
Well, one of the worst. Okay, so I can't envision what it would look like, right? 1890. You had farming duties. You had to go, pick tomatoes and all this other kind of stuff. But the superintendent, once you got off the bus, once you landed there, you got transferred there, told you to get yourself a knife.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't sit there and deal with nobody who's homosexual boyfriend.
Yeah. So don't be jumping no brooms. I guess that's what they used to do in slavery days. But that's how they used to get. Yeah. That's how they used to get married. In the prison.
Yep. Jump the broom. God damn.
So coming into that, seeing that, overcrowding in the dorms, and this was in 1990, between 1990 and 1993. I'm not trying to take you back there, but I want you to go back there and tell me when you got processed in to Caledonia and you started to see some of the atrocities within this institution, what was going through your mind? I mean, hey, you'd already been sitting down, but now you're here. What was going through your mind, man?
I was wishing that I was back in the jail because
Right.
that was just a hell of an experience, because once you go inside the prison, you have two cell blocks on each side, and you got everybody standing at them bars looking at you when you come in, and you got some inmates, they already picking you out, who they like and who they gonna try, and like I said before, a Mexican and a white dude, they just went on to protective custody, but I wasn't gonna do that. I went on and went into the blocks, but it was just a real bad experience, and just trying to figure out, what you gonna do, and first thing you waiting for something to happen. You don't know what to expect, so you just got to, just basically just sit there and wait and see how things are ran before you can really even operate to, be at that prison.
You say that they treated you guys like animals, like dogs. You've seen inmates get stabbed, raped.
The guards didn't even come in the block.
Suicide. Yeah. They didn't come into the block?
Yeah.
They just
they just opened the door. They would just turn keys. Yeah, they wouldn't come in there because it was just real violent. You liable to see a stabbing at any time. You liable to see somebody having sex with the blanket over the door, over the beds, from the top bunk to the bottom bunk, and you better not say nothing about it. You better act like you don't see it. You just better, you had the TV, you had the dorm area, you had your toilets, and you had the shower all in one door, hose to everything. But in today's prisons, they came up with a thing called PREA. Now they got shower curtains. They have if inmates feel like they've been taken advantage by officers or inmates, you can report it and something will be done immediately. But still, some of them are still scared to the point that they don't say nothing. And now they got cross-gender people that's in prison now, and they are only allowed to go to the showers by themselves. They lock the bathroom down at the other prisons now, and they actually have cross-gender inmates in male prisons now.
Say that again.
I'm talking about the ones that have both sexes. The cross-gender. They
got the training.
Men that have
lady, man, gentlemen.
That supposedly have both parts. Yeah. They have two parts.
They got them
but that's inside the system now. And they have things on the wall saying you're liable at any time to be be approached. If you're cross-gender at any time, you'll constantly watch, because it may see a man with a male and women parts. They go after them real fast.
Wow. Okay. So, and because now don't get it twisted, because when you said that, I'm just thinking, all right, maybe it's a male or a guy cross-dressing or wanting to be a female.
Transvestite, that's what it is.
Transvestite, yeah, that's what
they call
it. But a transvestite has both.
Yeah, that's what it is. Male and female. That's what he's saying. Yeah, transvestite. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility there. So I could understand that situation, but I was just thrown off for a second in terms of okay. Yeah.
You should be thrown off, because that ain't natural.
No,
I expect you to be thrown off.
Yeah, but to sit there and have it within the prison system, what's going to take place.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? come on, man.
Yeah.
And you can try all you want to sit there and say, okay, we're trying to protect whoever and close down the showers and give them
Bullshit.
seclusion. Yeah,
Bullshit.
exactly. You already know what's about to go down, man. If somebody want that, they go and get that.
You ain't got to be in the
That's right.
shower.
You got to
You
be
be
in the
on the
shower.
yard.
That's
You be in the
what's out
yard
there.
anywhere. Yeah.
Right. And that's just inhumane to a
That's the
degree to
truth.
sit there and see folks having to deal with that or suffer through that. Anyone, male, female, I would transvestite, transgender, I don't care who it is. The inhumane things that take place with individuals behind bars is something that needs to be checked. It needs to be investigated and figure out a way to correct it. But there again, that's just me sitting on the outside talking about what's going on behind the walls. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have a place to speak about it. You know what I mean? But I can speak out about it because we're talking to individuals that see it going on, that tell you the stories, the horrific stories about.
Well, you got women.
Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, well, you got a lot of women that you got a lot of women that intentionally start working in the prisons just to sell their bodies to the inmates. And those are in the close custody facilities where inmates in that room by himself. The women are going there and act like they're getting ready to shake your cell down.
Shake you down.
And the inmates just send them a cash out, and you can have sex. You can have sex with the officers. That goes on. At Pasquotank in Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
That's that DoorDash right there.
Yeah. Potty P, Pablo, Potty, what's his name? Potty Pablo, something like that. Pablo, something like that.
Peter Pablo, yeah, North Carolina. Yeah, Peter Pablo, North Carolina.
Peter Pablo, yeah, he was there. He used to be rapping on the yard when I was there, but it was women getting stabbed. A woman got thrown off the top tier. It was crazy because she hit the tables on the bottom floor, but her adrenaline was pumping so hard she jumped straight up, and when they opened the doors, that's when she ran out and died. It was just it's like Bertie, Pasquotank, those camps there are just like renegade school.
Like the turd on Mad Max, huh? Shit like Mad Max on the Pterodome.
I don't think you ever watched the movie.
Yeah.
Mad Max. Yeah, you see Mad Max.
Okay. And I'm just looking at some stuff, man. Some other points. I mean, you whether you realize it or not, man, just to hold it, JB, you too. I mean, because you know what I'm saying. You've been
that shit went out of the military prison too. Niggas getting beat up and shit.
Right.
Yeah,
you've been in an incarcerated situation, so to sit there and have to hold all of that stuff mentally, day in and day out, because you never know what's gonna happen every day.
Man.
Something's liable to go down, and 9 times out of 10, every day something does go down. So to be able to hold that mentally and keep your sanity, I mean, this is for both of y'all. How in the hell did you do it?
Man, shit, I had God. Then you know what I'm saying. Shit, then like I say, man, I was a little cocky son bitch back then when they tried to hem me up, man. I wasn't worried about none of that shit, man. I was kind of like Allen Iverson at a point, man. I was immature. I don't give a fuck about this, man. I ain't did shit, and I had the money to fight them. You know what I mean? So it's like we finna go to war with it. So you know what I'm saying. Everything as time went by started to go in my favor. People started to see what it really was, and when she had said she lied and all that shit, the 14 different statements. So we ain't got none of them brass well. We gotta let them go, but we gonna kick them out. That's fine, mother. I just want to go home. Fuck y'all. And here I am, so yeah, man, I tell people, bro, like that shit, bro, when the motherfucker tell you life without the possibility of parole, U.S. government versus you, oh man, shit. I was 25 at the time, so I'm 43 right now. That's almost 20 years ago. So you do the math. You know what I mean? So, man, then they keeping lawyers away from me, man, and I can't talk to my people. I ain't gonna talk to no lawyer until 6 months into this shit, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? So they violate a lot of my rights. But like I said, I went to school for criminal justice, all that shit. I'm like, I was ready to represent myself. It got me fucked up. But yeah, it was
Probably
an
would have came
experience,
out
man.
better if I'd have represented myself.
It be like that
I
sometimes
probably
though.
would have. Yeah, because my lawyers, they didn't do a good job whatsoever. Like I said, one of them was a civil rights attorney and one of them was a traffic court attorney.
Yeah, man, come on, bro. They ain't no
And
business representing you. No business. They
no,
should have
no,
been
they didn't.
advocating, not representing. But hey,
Yeah,
you don't know, you don't know.
and I found out too. When they was trying me for first degree murder. You're supposed to be appointed 2 lawyers at the time, but when
At
they
the
dropped the
time.
first degree, the second degree, and then they went with 35-25. They told one of my lawyers that you could be present in the courtroom because you was hired as an attorney, but you can't say nothing. So they let the civil rights attorney get up there and conduct the trial.
And that nigga pretty much a nolo contendere. That's fucked up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's I was looking at your cover of the book, Notes from Behind the Wire. And you know, I was teasing you. You know, you look like, you know, Sifu Ip Man.
Mhm.
You know, you look like Ip Man, old Sifu. You know what I
Man,
mean?
I
You
was
look
in the
like
best shape of my life.
yeah. You was dieseled up, you know what I'm saying? Shirt off with your kung fu pants on and your slippers and shit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna show you that, Braswell. I'm gonna show you the picture. And actually I'm a crop it and put it into a frame so that I can show it on screen. But actually I don't want to show it because it's the cover of his book, right? So I want that to be a surprise as well. So I really don't want to show it. But you know, I mean, if you could imagine,
I can imagine.
Dame is not a small guy. If you're looking at him right now,
Nigga look like Bolo Young got blood sport.
there you go. You know what I'm saying? He's a pretty structured guy. So you know,
Man, I was
he was bench pressing 345. He was deadlifting
Damn,
505.
man.
He was
Woo!
squatting 515. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
You was killing me. I did about 420 squat in that bitch. I do about 280, 300 benching.
Uh-huh.
Do they mind in that motherfucker? But
Rest
I
in
told him I
peace.
ain't gonna be here long. I said I ain't got but a few more days in this, so I'm going home, Jack. Y'all got me fucked up. Yeah, I
Rest
beat
in
that
peace.
shit, man. Then I just had trouble transitioning, man. Once I got out of the military brig, going to the civilian sector, I always want to fucking fight, get locked up, or just being hard headed, man, being belligerent and shit catching up with me from my past, and they lock me up and man, fuck y'all. I sit this shit. I ain't getting y'all none of my motherfucking money. The next thing you know, I'm calling home, man. Go get that money. Come get about this motherfucker. Going right bite. So, like I say, man, all this shit, man, is a testimony, man, for people, man, that's going through this shit or gonna go through it. Or we can keep motherfuckers from going through it. You know what I'm saying, too? You know, so I tell people all the time, man, shit. I took a lot of losses, man, but made them out of lessons, man, to learn from them, man. Shit, if you can't do that, bro, what you doing it for? You know what I mean? Shit, you know, you doing this shit for nothing. You really going through the motions, man. You in the way. Get out the way. You can go sit your ass down some damn well. If you ain't trying to motivate and inspire, man, tell people don't do what you've done and you know the consequences from it. That's like you set somebody up for the trap too. And you ain't even tell them it's right though. You know, I'm like, come on, bro. We can't be like that. Cause what's for you is gonna be for you. You just gotta go get it. Or you thinking you not from getting it. And 11 times out of 10, they gonna get a double blessing. Cause you trying to withhold it from them. That's how God works. Like people that steal, man, you steal
I
something
think if I would
and
have
they
had
gonna work
money,
for you, it's gonna work against you. Go ahead.
yeah, I think if I'd have had money, that things would have came out better for me.
Most definitely.
And
Hell
when I
yeah.
didn't,
Most
I
definitely.
was just trying. Hey, being that I didn't have money, man, I was just trying to do the best I could, man. I didn't see no way out at that time, and I was just
Exactly.
like, man, I'm just gonna try to do good in here and try to get out, then go to honor grade, and then get parole. But when I kept getting turned down, I knew that I was gonna be in there for a long time. Even though you be eligible for parole and stuff, them people ain't
I
gonna
mean, you
give it
gonna
to
get it
you.
though, do it.
That's just
Exactly.
it's
It's
just a
just a cover up
formality.
for them to throw you back in there, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
you just eligible for this and eligible for that, but they wasn't trying to let me go. I'm
That's
telling you,
like
if it wasn't
that's
for
like being
Duke Law, Duke
pre-approved for
University Law,
yeah. That's like being
yeah, if it
pre-approved
wasn't
for a
for
car
them, man,
loan.
I'd
When you
still
get
be in there to
pre-approved, you can't get it.
2035.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's
but
still 9 years.
I really don't think that anything. Yeah, I still don't think anything will get done as far as me getting exonerated. And unless they find that evidence that magically disappeared out of the evidence room to be tested for DNA. But like I said, them state lab reports proved everything. But I knew that I was nailed to the cross. I knew it. My family knew it. My friends knew it.
But I'm on your friend.
Well, yeah. Well, one thing we got to remember, every journey that you take, once you start out, it's smooth. But if you stay on that course long enough, you're gonna run into some turbulence.
Yeah, something got to get
tur-
done.
yeah, that's right. In turbulent times, you keep on forging, moving forward, and you fight through all of the ups and the downs. But to say that you doubt that you'll get fully exonerated,
Bullshit.
yeah,
Anything's possible, dog.
anything's possible, man.
Anything's
just
possible.
have
You got Donald Trump as president, as a felon, all this type shit. So they
okay.
doing that shit, man. Come on, then the person that
True statement.
bought you the other shit, he got pardoned. So why
That's right.
can't it happen for you?
That's right. So it's a
Why can't
matter
it happen
of
for you?
presenting
Yeah.
the situation. Make sure we examine and investigate all of the evidence that is available to us and to you, and getting the right people in place to let's
Yeah.
start digging off into it. But this is a part of how we start leveraging that. We put the story out there. We start talking to not only you but other individuals that were involved that
And went through the
feel the
same
same
thing.
way.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, and then questions begin to have they have to be asked, and once you ask those questions, an answer has to come forth. And
Not
then
just
of course
not
once
just no
we get
smoke
the
up the
answer,
ass answer, no piss in the face answer, or no smoke and mirror answer, or real answer.
the real
For real.
answer, okay, and then what process and what steps do we have to take, and what's the protocol
To rectify this shit.
remedy and rectify what's going on, what is taking place with Damon Vega. That's not a try. That's just a commitment to being consistently on their ass about your situation. The letters that have to be written.
Yeah.
The people
Because it didn't take no time to screw up your life, so it shouldn't take no time to unscrew it and make it right.
That's right.
If it
And
makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
University, yes, you're no longer in prison, so they don't have anything else to do with it. But that doesn't. The fact remains that it wasn't completed.
Exactly.
Yes, you're out. Okay, we got you. But in you being out and then them proving that you weren't the one who committed the crime, that doesn't justify what has taken place.
Exactly.
That doesn't sit there and take the fact of you having a felony or hanging over your head, and you now only really get an opportunity to get a job. Yes, we love the fact that you're getting that work opportunity, but you shouldn't be faced with that right now. When in fact they need to sit there and reimburse you for every day over 27 years that you had an opportunity to work somewhere at the highest compensation possible, because there's no telling what you could have been doing.
Exactly. Most definitely. Especially with the song, right?
Yeah. And of course, his mechanical background, everything that he learned how to do, all of that. So there's no telling where he could have gone.
Exactly.
So you can't put a cap on what you think I was supposed to make. No, this is what you have to pay me.
Because they ain't put no cap on that goddamn time. They tried to max your ass out.
She did 50 and 40, 90 years running concurrent.
Come on, bro. Come on, dog. So yeah, they should pay to the maximum level that they tried to punish you. The crime should fit the punishment, so the reward should fit the goddamn time served and shit you did. So make it make sense.
Yeah.
Damn.
So how you feel about
all
all
I can
that,
do
Damon?
is just pray, man.
Yes, that's
pray
right.
and act on it though. Faith without work, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He know that. He tell me
do
all
is
the
just
time
keep
he's a
praying,
Christian. He
man,
tell me that all the time. I know.
No, I just believe in fighting and kicking motherfuckers in the ass,
I stand firm on that because
that's right.
Well, I used to go through that back in the day, but that's not in my heart anymore.
It's more than one way to do it with that pen and paper. You still tell their ass, you can beat them up worse with that pen and paper. I ain't got to put a hand on it. I'm gonna put that paperwork on your fuck ass. Shit. I just look like that.
That's what I'm trying to do.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
trying to do.
Shay was responding. She and I guess I didn't click back. We were talking about the hermaphrodite. She was putting that into the comments. So she's in here giving us a rundown in terms of what she knows about everything too. So appreciate you, Shay. I just didn't catch your comments when we were talking about it at the time. But you know me, man. I like to represent everybody that's on this thing representing us. So I didn't want to leave you out of the conversation. I just didn't click back over and see it at the time. Yes, indeed, man. Jonathan Shaw says, congratulations on your new job, Damon. Everybody's giving you a big shout out on this thing as it relates to the work.
Okay.
And if anybody has any questions,
thank
comments,
you very much.
Yes, indeed. Questions, comments, concerns for Damon or JB, please drop them in the comment section. Definitely. Now, let me get back to what I was talking to before we kind of, ranged off a little bit. What was driving you to want to sit there and lift that much weight on a regular, consistent basis? Man, that's some heavy damn weight, Damon.
I think out of 27 years, man, I worked out for like 20, and only time I take off was on the weekends. But I wanted to get big, thinking that would stop from having problems, but I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was some guys in there that was way bigger and was pure fags, So trying to get big, really sometimes they like that more. But
right,
I started developing a love for working out, man, and I started developing a love for working out, and just recently I just started back. But it's hard trying to start back at 59 years old. But I'm trying. But I love to compete. I love basketball. I love working out. I love music. And that took me away from being locked. The weight meets. I can't think of that. One of our judges was I can't think of his name. Lee Haney. He was one of our judges in 1991-92 at Central Prison, and you really got rewarded if you was on the weight teams and stuff. So my thing was to compete, to be in the best shape that I could. And in that picture, I was at my peak. That's why I put that picture on the front of my book, because I was real proud of myself.
Okay.
I had people that I used to train, used to want to try to.
So you saying 59, and you just getting back into it. Shit, Terry go to the gym damn near every day. You just get in there.
Yeah, but Terry told me something I can't do right now.
What's that?
No, but Terry, he like to jog, and I can't even. I'm kind of out of shape right now to be trying to hang with him. He talking about, well, if you want to walk, we can walk. So I need to kind of catch up a little bit before I try to hang out with Terry. But did you know, Terry, man, that me and Terry fought like dogs when we were kids?
Come on.
Did you know me and Terry already fought like dogs when we was kids?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Terry, his cousin Linwood and Terry, man, chased me home when I was like 8, 9 years old, and they wouldn't let me go in the store. And they chased me on my bicycle, and my daddy made me fight him. I told my daddy I ain't fighting him. He said, you either fight me or fight him. And I fought Terry. And then I moved, and then ended up moving in the same neighborhood with him. And then there we went again, but we ended up being good friends.
Okay. Hey, that's how it work out sometimes.
I got a cousin named Timo like that. We fought like grown men, throwing bricks, sticks, rocks, whatever. Fighting like dogs.
Oh my goodness. And it's
strange. I told my dad I ain't fighting that dude.
And he was older than you, obviously.
Terry was a bully, man.
A year older than
Terry
me.
was a fucking bully, man. Goddamn.
Terry fought Terry fought everybody.
Right.
That's just what Terry was doing back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. But I'd rather been his friend than his enemy.
Almost definitely. I can see that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. I heard some stories about Terry now. And how you guys were running Greensboro, North Carolina back in the day. So.
No, Terry was running Greensboro back then. Terry was doing his thing back then, and Terry, he just had a lot of pull, but that's what Terry did.
Right.
He made things happen.
That's what's up. And he's still to this day, after serving all that time, touched back down, and he's still out here making moves, man. That is awesome. And not criminal moves, ladies and gentlemen. So don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. He's still out here making some positive moves and using his influence to impact community and help and assist different artists out here through Freeway Records. And we appreciate our good man and my good friend Terry already. That is how I connected with Mr. Damon Vega. Whether you believe it or not, that is how it happened. So other than that, man.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Terry.
Oh yeah, without question. Welcome to the live, Miss Angel Williams. How are you doing? Let me see. Check out everything. I was expecting Miss Terry Cherry, but oh, wait a minute. It looked like she here. Damn. Why she ain't saying nothing? Shit.
Been talking the whole time she been in the studio. Here's back. There she go.
There she go. Terry motherfucking Cherry, man. What's going on? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Is that red hair? Yesterday
That's
you
red and red. That's that wig she had on pull up. That's that pull up on me wig. Pull up on. That's that wig. That's that wig.
What's going on, Terry?
I'm at home today, and I know it's some good Wi-Fi because it's optimal. It's 1,000 fiber optic. So don't talk about me, okay?
We're gonna talk about you anyway. We glad. Oh man, I went back and watched that damn yesterday's live, and she fell out the damn car. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I know y'all don't record this.
That's what you see right there.
You know what, JB? I feel just like this too.
That's what it was.
Just like this. Oh my god.
You know that's gonna make a blooper reel. Terry Cherry, we're talking with Mr. Damon Vega. Damon Vega, I'd like to introduce you to Terry Cherry, one of the hottest singers, songwriters, and hip hop artists coming out of the Texas area. Welcome, Terry. Welcome.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I was sitting in the background. I was hearing your story.
Thank
I was like, man, they know they got some interesting people.
Well, you didn't hear the whole story. You only heard a part of the story because you wasn't here at the beginning of the story. This is part 3 of a conversation, or is this part 4?
Part 4.
This is part 4 of a conversation. Actually, yeah, Mr. Damon Vega was actually falsely accused of first-degree murder, arson, and burglary. He served 27 years in prison. He had to sit down, and he's been fighting for his life ever since. The Duke University Innocence Project assisted in proving his innocence. He's out, but he wasn't fully exonerated or pardoned by the governor. So that's some of the stuff that we're working on and getting his story out, Terry, to the world. Now, that's a quick, snippet of it. And I've been taking some excerpts out of his book and refreshing, throw them out there to the public and letting Damon respond to them. Because he has a book that's coming out, Notes from Behind the Wire, and it's going to be a bestseller. I'm telling you, it's going to be a movie. His story, as you can see, is going to be a movie. Damon, this is Terry Cherry. She is just a songbird, beautiful voice, beautiful mind, beautiful spirit. I've been talking with Terry for quite some time, but she's finally said okay to being a part of what we're doing over here with Industry Talk and being one of our personalities and being on the show. And you're going to start seeing Terry Cherry on a regular and consistent basis. because we believe in Terry. You know what I'm saying? She's been a part of the
That's
Boss Talk
wonderful.
family for a very long time, since the beginning. She was there before I was there. So at the same time, you know, I want to do whatever we can do to shine a very bright light on everything that Terry Cherry does. Yesterday, we tried to do an interview with her and talk to her about some things, but she was just out of pocket. And you know, she had an accident. She fell out of a car. You know, shit just wasn't going the way it was supposed to be going. You know, the phone was messing up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being on the iPhone like she is now, she had us on the Obama phone.
She didn't fall out the car on purpose, did she?
I think the nigga pushed her out the car because she was talking to us.
Snack.
That wasn't no shit, man.
That's it.
I can't hear. What's going on? See, I'm telling you, it's her phone. It's her phone. You breaking up.
Yeah, her voice sounds real scratchy. It's like it's hard to hear.
No, her voice is like that regularly. She sounds like Eartha Kitt in real life. That's her. But, yeah, it's
Don't say that.
I'm serious. Damn it, I'm not kidding. You know what I'm saying? She got that real high pitched voice. Huh?
Don't say she sound like Eartha Kitt.
She do sound like Eartha Kitt, man. You know what I'm saying? And she got that real high pitched voice. She get mad at you, man. She get the hooping and hollering. Terry ain't no joke, man. Terry ain't no joke. She good people. We love Terry, man. Yeah, let's kick out and let her come back in. Man, I didn't know she was. You saw her up in there, JB?
No, I can't see it like that.
Oh, okay. I thought you could see into the
I did.
studio. You saw her sitting up in there, Damon?
I couldn't see it.
Yeah, I saw her.
Well, why you ain't say nothing? Damn, I'm sitting there, I'm talking, we talking, and she's sitting there waiting to get on to the show.
You know me, I see.
Yes, indeed. But that's all right, man. She'll be back. She'll come on back, and I'm glad she got everything situated. But we are going to start having Terry Cherry in regular rotation. You know what I'm saying? To talk about everything she's got going on and what's moving and shaking in the Dallas area. What's going on? Because she's always in the mix, shall we say? From South by Southwest to any kind of industry meetings, any types of promotional things that are going on with the artists in the area. Terry Cherry is always on the scene. A big shout out to the entire crew: Money Moses, Steve. God dog it, I just had the name on the tip of my tongue. Reality TV, you know, the whole crew, man. ECEO, the official Miss Jamaica, and the like. Leishi, UFO. It's the girl, I think, California. Dr. Harness. Man, I forgot that girl's name.
And then I know what it is.
Yeah,
something like that, Dr. Something there.
Yeah, big shout out to all you guys, man.
Why School podcast, all that shit, yeah.
Yeah. Terry gonna come back in just a minute. But Damon, man, but yes, you in your prime, you looking good, man. Body's just at tip top, optimal performance, you know. And like you were saying, you know, that doesn't necessarily keep a motherfucker off of you, but you know, it keeps you confident enough to knowing that hey, it ain't gonna be no light work.
That's right. It still ain't no light work at 59 if somebody was to try me, but I ain't trying to go that route no more.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
I don't want to fight no nigga 50. I don't want to fight nobody 50 years old or above, because they got one more good ass woman left in to scrub your ass on the ground. I don't want no parts of that. I'm gonna let it be. You got an old school. I'm a fuck nigga.
Yes, indeed.
I want an old nigga to grab my old nigga grab you and they ain't gonna turn you loose because all that strength, like vice grips. Shit, they locked up on your ass.
Jay Shaw put up a post of the same thing, man. He had a little young dude hooping and hollering and
with the hammer.
Yeah, man, he picked that nigga up, man, and walked him around the stove.
Yeah, and used him as a battling ram, man. Threw him in the pillars and shit. I know he broke a rib. he knocked out the zest out that motherfucker.
God. I couldn't do nothing but laugh, man. That shit was so damn funny. But it's
Yeah,
just
but
some
wait,
real stuff.
you
Hold
tell
on.
about where that old
Hey,
nigga was standing. He was ready to whoop some ass. He was
yeah, he
standing
was
ready to
ready.
whoop some ass.
Ready. He was ready. I'm not letting Terry get off the hook. No, ladies and gentlemen. She gonna get back on this thing with us. Cause she's definitely ready, set, go. Um,
Jim,
yeah. Talk to me.
I'm creating me an account.
Huh?
See if that's why it's kicking me out.
Why is it kicking you out?
I'm gonna create me an account.
You don't have to create an
Screen
account.
yard, screen.
No.
Why?
No.
It's always kicking me out. Because I know damn well it ain't my wife.
Yeah, okay, well just come on back on because you was all right. He was just messing
I
with you.
know. I'm trying. I started to download the app. See if it will be different from the wheel.
It's not gonna be different.
Yeah, see.
Okay.
Well,
It's
try the
not.
app
All
and see
right.
what it do. It might work.
All right. All right.
But you try the
Yeah.
app.
She working on it. She will be back, ladies and gentlemen. She will be back. So let me ask you this, Damon. 27 years removed, or 27 years of your life taken away from you. How many years out of prison now?
Well, you know, I stayed out 5 years and then I ended up going to Ohio and stayed up
Right.
there for a couple years and then ended up going back to prison.
Going back. Right. But once you got out and
And
you came back
I
home.
did 3 years.
Right. But I'm saying
Yeah,
once you
stayed
got
out
back and
5.
came back home. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
No, when I came back home, man, it was just hard for me to adjust, man. It was just hard for me to really stay focused, man.
Uh-huh.
They try to diagnose you with having PTSD, saying you're bipolar, and just being gone, for so long, man. Um, Everything out here was just like starting to walk all over again, and I was just trying to go back to being 21 again, and I was just moving too fast, man. And then ended up being on drugs, man, and wasn't getting along with people in my family, and started hanging out in the streets again. So I just packed up one day, man, and left and went to
Yeah.
Ohio thinking that I was gonna be with an old girlfriend, and got down there and that didn't work out. And next thing you know, I was out there homeless, man, and I got into a sober living facility and started getting things back on track, and then had it out with the dude in the sober living facility. And I went to this motel called American Best, and that was drug haven over there. And then I relapsed and started being back out there on the streets again.
Mm-hmm. Well, the reason why I'm asking, like post prison, after you got out of prison, have you ever reached out or seen any of the attorneys, judges, or people who wrote you off back when that incident happened, and just kind of said, hey, we know he did it, and even though all of the court evidence, the proceedings, the way that the judge handled the whole situation, they knew it was a mockery.
I don't want to sound bad. They might have known he didn't do it, and then by
right,
fuck, we just gonna put it on there.
Oh, they're just gonna hang meat off in him anyway. So have you run across any of these people since your release?
No. When they first let me out,
they're probably dead anyway.
Most of them are, but yeah, even the detectives that heard that evidence and didn't have them check the AFIS for other fingerprints, they dead and gone now. But only thing I could do while I was on that probation is go to other lawyers and that was affiliated with my case and knew about my case and tried to get them to represent me. But they was like, unless we have that evidence to be tested for DNA, there's nothing we can do. And then after you finish with this 5 years probation, parole,
still got to do the other shit.
We can't fight for you anymore. So the Innocent Project, they couldn't fight for me no more, but they was fighting the whole time that I had been on that probation parole.
Okay.
But after that, I wasn't able to do anything.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna switch gears right quick because I want Terry to give us a little background about who she is, where she's from. We tried this the other day, but we're in a better situation now. I want people to know about Terry, but at the same time, Terry's a very special individual, very special place in my heart,
Especially
because
too.
well, she got 14 different personalities inside that big old brand of hers. That's not what I said. That's what she said. So, but at the same time, this young lady, she keeps a beautiful smile. She keeps herself up. She keeps herself relevant and ready on the go. But she's got a story too, man. And it's not for me to tell, but at the same time, um, you know, how do you approach a situation where something happened at the age of 15? You know what I'm saying? Pregnant, child. You know what I'm saying? How your family turns against you, the church turns against you, your family turned against you because they think you're just hot in the ass. But at the same time, there's something that's really taking place, something that was going on that nobody wants to address. So it's not for me to tell that story, but if you were to look at Terry, you would never know that this young lady went through this type of trauma and is raising her girls on her own. You understand what I mean? So, everybody that we bring on this program has a testimony and a truth. And of course, Terry might not necessarily know that I pay attention to her life and her story and what she's going through. But it's her time to unbox that and let that out to the world. And that's why I can see why her music is so soulful. It's coming from within. It's real. It's real. So Terry, how you doing, sister? Damn, she done fell off again. She done dropped off.
It's crazy.
Seems like you ain't gonna get this interview.
No, I'm gonna get the interview. I think she up in there. She here. Terry, I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Somebody tried to call you?
I don't know what is going on. Yeah, I hear me.
We can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you, Terry. We just can't see you.
Let me go back in.
Okay.
I guess,
Okay, come on back in. I'm gonna kick you out and come on back in. Yeah. So Terry got an impactful story, y'all. And so you already know what was going on. You know what I mean?
Oh
yeah. And so I want to sit there and see if she's ready to talk about what's been going on with her from early all the way up to now and how she's coped, how she's dealt with being a single parent and having to raise her kids on her own, and how that shaped her mind, how that shaped her spirit and her energy. Here we go.
All right, y'all.
Hey, Terry, we back.
Okay. I think the devil trying to not tell my story, but now,
No, you good. Talk to us.
But yeah, I'm not gonna use it to bash my family. I just use it to be awareness, and so we all can grow from our mistakes. But yeah, I feel like, I'm a Pisces, so if you don't put it on First Street, I don't think emotionally people can't get over their trauma. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think I feel like that I'm the only one that kind of noticed my generational curse and decided to stop in it, and then had to be the sacrifice, like the bigger person, to understand and go heal everybody else before me. You know what I'm saying? So even with my mama, my father, you know what I'm saying, I had to learn how to understand them because they had a hard life. My father, his mother died when she was born. He was 20 something years old. She was a young mother. So he grew up in a foster home. And I never knew that until I learned to know my father. And I knew my father really until I was like 25. I said,
Damn, it cut off.
You dropped out, Terry.
You know,
We're gonna wait for you. We're gonna wait for you. She was making reference to her father. She didn't meet her father until she was 25. And make sure we remind her of that point when she gets back, so she can start from there. And like I say, man, you know, everyone that we bring onto the platform has something that we can relate to, has something that is shocking and surprising. You know, it's like I can't believe this is happening, or even more so, I can't believe that happened to you. You know, even with from Shay Waller, you know, and what she went through as a cancer survivor.
Yeah.
Um, Bobby Sorrells, I didn't know that he was a cancer survivor. You see what I mean? Let's bring Terry back. Okay, you back, Terry. You were talking about meeting your father at 25.
man, I can't do
Can you hear us, Terry?
She muted.
Oh, she's
Or
muted.
Mike muted. Or Mike here.
Yeah, she muted herself. I didn't mute her. You got to unmute your mic,
No,
Terry.
yeah.
Did she freeze up?
She looked frozen.
I think she froze up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. She got to unmute her microphone when she comes on. Let me try this. And bring her back on. Yeah, there she go. There we go. Now we good.
Can't
We good.
be.
Terry.
You
We
hear
good,
me?
Terry. Yeah, we got you. We got you.
God, Jesus.
Yeah, we good though. You were talking about meeting your father at 25. That's where we got cut off at.
I met him before, I guess, 'cause even though he had a daughter at first, 'cause it was like a one night thing, just
Mhm.
one time, and boom, I was here.
Okay.
So I think I'm a love child from both of their trauma, 'cause they both got unique stories, and then when I understand, I think my hatred had died down after a while for for my father. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't understand at first of why. But once I think that's what we really need to understand why. You know what I'm saying? And we still be rocky sometimes because he take care of all seven of the rest of his children. I feel like he could have did the same for me. You know what I'm saying? So to see when I did go to his house and I seen like he got all these pictures from when they was born and all the way to their graduations. I kind of felt jealous. I wanted that. That kind of upset me. I wanted that. Like, I wanted to have that experience, and I couldn't understand. Like, so I was and I know, I'm not gonna be one of them people like, oh yeah, my mother and father. I know I was hell. Shit, I know I was hell. So I feel like I got a forgiveness just walking through their shoes and hearing their story. And then I decided to be the bigger person and try to show them genuine love and show them what they was missing. And I feel like that's what had grew us and healed, and had them become a better mother or father. And we started working on our relationship from them. But yeah, I had lost a child, and that was the worst thing I could ever do. Like I feel like at that age and burying him at that age and going to church to get
Wait
donations
a
at
minute.
that age.
Not just burying. You had to dig the grave yourself.
Yeah, we did. We did. Me and the father, 'cause yeah, we
You 15 years old, Terry.
it was bad. Like at the time it was a lot of trauma. Like there was a lot of but they had like old ways, you know what I'm saying? They had the way they thought pattern was. So I knew kinda I was like the smartest one in the room without like being the smartest one in the room. I'm not saying like, my family is slow and everything, but it was like no one was catching on to what everybody kept doing because everybody got the same story. You ask most of my girl cousins, they all about 15 are pregnant. They all got the same type of story. Everybody got the same type of story around me. And then it's like crabs in a bucket. And when I'm shaking, I'm telling everybody to wake up. They're like, no. And he was like, I can't stay here. And then when I started to go up, I seen some of my younger cousins. And then when I used to go back home and I used to, visit, they used to, be like, I'm going back with you. And I'm like, nah. And I end up back with 4 kids coming back with my kids and somebody else's kids coming back with my kids. And it just became like a thing. And next thing you know, I got like 7, 8, 10 people in the household. And I'm the only one working. So it was hard at the time. I was like, okay, yeah. And then I always used to fantasize, like at work. I remember I used to mop the floor, and I used to like, oh, I could be doing this shit. I could be doing this. So I used to be, working in the back or having stock. And I used to be like, you know what? And that's when my mind used to go to that land like a movie. And then, like, I used to imagine who I'm going to be. And then when that stuff started becoming life for me, my imagination started to become real because it's like I'm Cinderella. I'm sitting here working hard. And I just got this imagination. I'm sitting here performing in my mind in front of millions of people, y'all, while I'm at work in my mind. And this was like 6 years ago. I'm busting my behind, like, and then it's just everything now, everything I imagine started to come true, like, you know what I'm saying? And it took a hell of
Amen.
imagination, but I feel like
Amen.
I grew that portion of my life where I feel that I'm now healed. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can explain I'm now healed. And I don't blame my mother or my father for what happened to me because God already knew my past when He sent me. You feel me? So I just
Yeah.
live on what made me who I am today. Because I would never be here if that trauma did not happen. So I'm not gonna say I regret it, and I'm not gonna say I wanted it either. But I'm gonna say it had to happen. He just had a strong soldier with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a strong soldier. I still be, fighting through it. And I'm thinking everybody is the same. So I said I had to share my testimony with people to let them know not to ever give up. Because coming from, rags to riches is the long way. And I'm not gonna say I grew up super poor and nothing like that. My mama showed she made money, she made sure she made money, but she had us when she was 15, 16. So it's like the same cycle. Her cousin had, her sister had, like everybody is having doing the same cycle and nobody's waking up. So I was like, no, I got to do something different. And my mama, and you know what's crazy? It's like my mother and my father met in Texarkana where, they caught a ferry after my grandma's house burned. And they met in Texarkana one summer. And his family, right, is from Cullen, Louisiana. As her family is from Cullen, Louisiana. So my grandfather, his father always stayed on the next road, which I always knew that because my mom used to tell me. But they got a spooky story behind this because he used to tell me like that my his mother's side because how she died because she was killed in California. Because, they ran from Cullen, Louisiana on California. You know how you do when you're in love, you know what I'm saying? And she got pregnant and then she got killed and murdered down there. So it was horrible. I can understand my father and why he wouldn't be a good father with his first child, because you ain't been raised by nobody. You grew up in a foster home. So I understand that. And then once I understand that, like I said, that lightened my heart. But it was a unique story. But he thinks that it was a curse on his father that made him turn the way he did. And so it's y'all. I've seen so much crazy stuff growing up. I've seen a dog run across the floor. Lord have mercy. But I mean, and I'm all into the supernatural world, y'all. And a spiritual person, the way I think be different, and because I feel like I didn't experience more than the average human, some catastrophic things can happen and you wouldn't believe it like but I do believe that I think that God gave his strongest battle to his toughest warriors for real because I'm gonna say something recent y'all and let my cousin forgive me okay A couple months back, y'all, we were just hanging out and doing some mushrooms, y'all. And I didn't really think these damn mushrooms was gonna really have an effect. And this how I moved to Dallas now. Like I just moved a couple months ago. But let me tell you, we took some mushrooms, y'all, and only us three can only explain what the fuck had happened. And when I say like some, if you ain't seen what you couldn't believe, cause you don't take something serious when you wouldn't take something serious until like you know how black folks is, y'all. We don't take stuff nothing serious. Somebody give you some chocolate, like you ain't taking it serious, but you always understand what state of mind other people is that is around you, so you can understand what not to give them, because you never know what situation they're going through. So this whole time I'm dating this boy, we take some mushrooms over the house. We just sitting chilling, and I got my cousin with me. But the whole reason why I got my cousin with me, and she dating his cousin, but it's a secret. Like you know what I'm saying? Like why she's with me, right? We don't know why she's with me. We just know we don't know. We were double dating and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I take these mushrooms, and all our business came out. I'm talking about demons. I'm talking about this big old venom thing looking. I'm talking about monsters. I don't know. And you know what's crazy? If I had those same two people on here, they would vouch for me. It's like we was in a parallel universe, and it's not like, oh, I'm on drugs. I had the right mindset. Like I'm still in the same mindset, and I knew where I was, and I knew they knew where they was, and we still got the same story to this day. It was like, have y'all seen like From? I don't know how they explain it, but it was like it's catastrophic. Like it was some things that you couldn't even explain in your mind. I'm thinking to myself like, this got to be the. I didn't smoke plenty of weed. I ain't never did no crack. I ain't never did no other type of drug like this. I'm about to expose something like that, but you know what I'm saying? Before, but I don't. It ain't something I do. You know, that's when I was younger. But the when I say our business came out, I mean like everything what my cousin was going through, and the reason why because you know I had to go get her for what her story was. And during that time, y'all, it made me realize who I was and who I am. So now I'm on this I'm on my next journey because I've been in Tyler for 7, 8 years. So I didn't think about moving, but during that journey, that mushroom told me I need to move and I was going to be bigger. And that I had to continue my journey. So that's when in a couple of months, I said, you know what, I'm going ahead and move to Dallas. I ended up moving to Dallas, and everything that said in that mushroom that I took happened. I got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom in the white folks neighborhood. I had my motherfucking cars paid for. So I'm like, this mushroom, y'all, I I can't explain it what happened, but it didn't lie. So everything that
No.
my journey I'm going through now, I feel like
Hmm.
yeah, it's coming real. Like man,
Hmm.
like yeah, but anyway, throughout my
I want to
lifetime,
give me
like
some
I said,
goddamn mushroom
I
then.
lived through my damn
Shit, I want
ancestors,
to give me a
all that
damn
stuff.
mushroom. What the hell going
What'd you
on?
say, baby?
I need to get me a damn mushroom
We
then.
can't hear
Shit, so
you.
I need to see what the hell going on. I need to get me a mushroom.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear JB.
I need to get me a mushroom. Shit.
Can y'all hear JB?
Yeah, we can hear JB. We can hear JB.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
need
can
I
hear
need
you just fine.
I need I need to get me a
So like he
mushroom.
said,
Tell
hold
her
on,
that. I said I need to get a
Yeah,
mushroom.
JB said he need to get him some of them mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, something opened you
Yeah,
up mentally and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Going through that process. Um, Kiara Isham, you got a response. You got a comment here, Terry, from Kiara Isham. Generational trauma runs rampant in our community. We have always been told to be quiet and not to share. Kudos to you, Terry, for changing that within your own family. God bless you because your story will help someone. Amen. God does give battles to his toughest soldiers. He used you. You have a purpose. And of course, big shout out to my auntie, Kiara Isham, for joining the live. Thank you guys for participating in the conversation. Like I said, King Meezy has joined the live. Mr. Fortified has joined the live. Shay Waller have joined the live. Thank all of you for participating and listening to these wonderful testimonies and stories. Like I said, there hadn't been anyone that we brought on to the broadcast and had a conversation with that hadn't had a phenomenal story. Damon Vega. We're sitting here with Damon Vega and Terry Cherry going through the ins and outs of their lives. Terry is going to be here with us on a regular, consistent basis. Moving forward, we got to work out the schedule, but she will be one of our talking heads, talking pundits, commentators. She is the beat on the street out in the Dallas, Texas area, and she's one of them ones when it comes to her artistry, when it comes to her singing, when it comes to her soul and her soulfulness. So, without any further ado, and before we go any further, because we were trying to do this yesterday, but I'm going to do this right now. Y'all know what this cut is. Y'all know what it is.
Wait.
And I'm going to sit there and run it because this is my favorite cut.
Wait.
She got plenty of music, ladies and gentlemen.
It's up. It is.
You already know what it is. She got plenty of music, ladies and gentlemen, but this cut in particular is my favorite.
I appreciate it.
It's a Twan visual. Cherry, ladies and gentlemen. Waves. Yes, indeed. Soulful sound.
Wash all my sins and ugly ways. Pray for me to see better days. Lift me the crumb that you made. Pray for a change and nice day. Hopeless on dreaming, loving you. Didn't want to live a day without you. Now I am straight, I am wrong, but longer. And I waited for my Savior. Never trusted, never gave up. And I'm starting to overthink now. It's your love is what's got me shot down. Oh, I went to the ocean, heard a song calling my name. Deep in the ocean, so sweet telling me it's freedom. God come correct all my pain. Oh, this life about to drive me insane. Here comes the wave. Here comes the wave. Here comes the wave. Here comes the wave.
Man, this girl cold-blooded.
And there goes the wave. Broke hearted, but tell about it. Can't see me crying out. I need to know you're about. I know you know the real. And I showed you real. Can you feel me? Love and devotion. What is your portion? I got my emotions obsessed with your oceans of lies. You see, something about it deceiving me.
Became about.
I
need your attention.
What?
I need your help.
Huh?
Don't mean to rush, put some pep in your step.
Yeah.
I need you to take hold of me. Oh, here comes the wave. Here comes the wave. Hey, here comes the wave. Here comes the wave.
Terry, ladies and gentlemen. Terry motherfucking Cherry.
Yes,
Ladies and gentlemen. Man, can't nobody mess with this girl, man. I'm telling you, on all
It was
levels,
nice.
all levels. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Soulful sound. And when I first met Terry, ECEO put me onto that track. I've heard plenty of other tracks. She's got a catalog of music that's phenomenal, but that song in particular, and she knows it, sticks out in my brain and it resonates to me because her voice is just so unique. It's a unique sound. I love it.
It
Angel
is.
Williams says it's a mix between Mary J. Blige, Erica Badu, Jill Scott, Amy Winehouse mixed. That is a major compliment.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. Dang, what you think, man? What you think?
He said, I got a song for her.
Oh,
Damn, we got
You got
a
a
song
song
for her.
for her?
I gotta look this up.
Yes, indeed.
I gotta look
Damn,
this
said, I got a
up.
song
Cherry,
for her.
Cherry.
Terry,
Most definitely.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Mm.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Terry
I love
Cherry.
some
And if you
good
look
music.
at Terry, it's Terry _MF _Cherry. And it's TERRI. TERRI _MF _Cherry on all platforms. Well, actually, let me stop.
Instagram.
Let me stop. On TikTok is Terry, TERRI, Cherry, all one word. What is it, Terry?
Cherry 79 on TikTok.
Terry
TikTok.
79 on TikTok. There you go. And House of Cherries on Facebook and Instagram as well. House of Cherries. Make sure y'all look her up, man.
Yeah.
So Terry, let's keep going, man, because you know, how did you, well, let me say this before I press play and fast forward, because you went through that at 15. At 16, you ended up having a child. You ended up having a baby.
By the same man. Yes, I did. I had another baby by the same man.
Okay.
I had 2 kids.
And so dealing with that at a very young age, how did you come through that? You know what I mean? Because you carried it to term, you have a baby, now you're a youngster, you're a kid with a child, raising a child. Tell me how you cope with it, how you dealt with it. And we know you're here right now, but at that age, what were you experiencing? What were you going through?
You know how you and your mama, y'all go back and forth because you don't understand, especially once once you had that thing you start to act a little different. You know what I'm saying? So, once you think you and your mama going back and forth, and maybe they can do a little bit better on how they can express it with, how the old school way was. But she was really just wanting to save me from her. She sent a lot of me in her, so it's like, that's what happened, and I was so in love, because that was my first everything. He's my first person I've been with, first time I had a child, and at that age I was, in love with fraud. So it's like I experienced it, and it was like, y'all, the day of the funeral, my stepdad, he had to tell me that he called my baby daddy cheating on me. He just wanted to go ahead and he told me right after the funeral. I was like, oh my God. I would think I went on a rampage, y'all. I got out the hospital and had to sit back because I felt like I wanted my revenge. So I went from house to motherfucking house and fought every bitch that fought me during my pregnancy. I was on a rampage, y'all. I didn't give a damn if I lived or died. I think I was just crazy at the moment. I was walking.
So how did you break out of that spiral, that downward spiral? How did you pull yourself up out of there, Terry?
Nothing can stop me. None of my parents can stop me. My mom can stop me. Nobody can stop me. Because at this age, I didn't already develop in my mind this loss of sense of I don't feel love. I'm tired of going through this. You're not understanding or hearing me. Ain't nobody doing nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it's like and my mom she was gangster. She was real gangster. So I knew if I even told my mom she was gonna kill somebody, then that's all I had. So I don't know how to dang mama. You know what I'm saying? So I felt that in my heart, and I felt like a lot of things could have been prevented by, like by trying to communicate and understand with. I feel like some absences within like periods of life take a big effect on child, especially when they're young. And your trauma, like being in an abusive relationship, and I feel like at the time my mama was dealing with an abusive man that was gangster, so she had that gangster type of, you know what I'm saying? So all my sons are inspired on like things I go through. Like it makes me, have like flashes of what it could be at the time I wanted to be. Like I just go, and I felt like that was my escape. It was my mind to make that music up and kind of act it out like a theater inside of my mind. And I feel like that was an escape. But yeah, I feel like all young women need to be aware that it's like I said, it's a generation of curse. We all know, but the black people don't do. We ain't doing nothing about nothing. Never. So I feel like I had to start with myself before I work on other people. That's why I kind of figure like I'm not gonna be able to even change somebody else until I can change my own family, until I can start here and work on them first. And so they'll change, and then they can change the world within them. You know what I'm saying? So I have to start right here at home. But yeah, and my mama, she was real mean, boy. She was real straightforward. She was loving, but she was mean too, because she was a Gemini. So she had, to me, many personalities. I'm a Pisces. My mom ain't no crying, like gangster daughter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should have a boy. I don't take nah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
she did the best she can. She tried to, teach us the best she know is, when I ventured on to my aunties, and I thought they was my favorite aunties, and, like I said, I was raised in Louisiana, so once you leave Texas and go back to Louisiana, we just kept going back and forth. But during that process, like I said, I learned a lot. I had to do a lot of fighting, especially in Louisiana, because it was like survival. I think I would never raise my children ever in Louisiana state, nowhere by in it, not even 10 miles from it. I think I would never do that. And once I feel like my family started to understand, like, these kids having to survive to go to school, survive to get home. This shouldn't be like this. And then that's where I was happy we kind of ventured over to Texas. I couldn't even read. Until I got in 8th grade, I could not read. Oh, I was just sitting up passing with D's and F's. Just gone. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't. So then when I got in Texas, and when I got back in that middle school, they had that no child left behind program, and that kind of developed me. And that's how, like, when we moving back and forth, how I kind of met my baby daddy, because I didn't have no friends, and I felt like, he was somebody to go around. We had MySpace back in the day. Me and my friends did fast, beating up with little boys and stuff. But you know what was crazy? My friend, at the time, my best friend at the time, her cousins was like, "No, your baby daddy went to school with us." And I'm like, "No, he didn't. You told me he 18." Because he met my mama, and I'm like, he showed his little ID, but it was like a little military ID. And he was like, he 18, and I remember like during the time my stepdaddy was asking all types of questions at the time. And he was like, your military ID say you this. She's like, no, I messed it up, and this why I had to do business. But this how I found out when I was 16. His mama had came, and she was like, what you gonna do for his 20-something birthday? And I'm like, what? Boy, when my mama found out, boy, she came with a shotgun in the middle of the street. Crazy lady walking, beating on these people down with a gun, and told her she better stay away from me. And that's how me and him got, after their second child, that's how me and him, he got the hell away from me, because my mama wasn't playing no more. So she gonna knock your head off and off, because, baby, when I say, my mama find out your real age, because you lied to me. You begged me when your mama came.
How old he was again?
To lie about
20.
your age.
20?
No, he was like 22, 23.
22, 23, she said.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, and I was like 16. So I think you old enough to know that
Oh yeah, that nigga
I'm
knew.
kind of, you know what I'm saying?
You're
A
too
little
young. Definitely too
young.
young. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But like I said, the second child kind of came like popular because we just did it one time. We wouldn't even 5 minutes. I didn't know mama. I got pregnant again. Like I was lost because baby, by the time mama got the second birth, that first appointment for that birth control shot, I was pregnant again. She said, "What?" I begged that lady not to tell my mama. I knew she finna knock my motherfucking head off. I was like, you
Mhm.
know what? Please, please, like, please, whatever you do. Oh, yeah, my mama, I'm pregnant. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I was like, And she's like, I'm gonna have to tell her because, you still a minor. And I said, I'm gonna go out the front though. Yeah, I even went so far on like a little bag in the car. You know how you find a little piece of paper in the back of the car somewhere. And right here on the window, my mama had a Delta 88, y'all. And I'm sitting here with the damn sign on it. It say help across because I know I'm finna go home and get my ass whooped.
She didn't put the sign in the window with the help on it. Lord have mercy.
I did because I knew I fucked her. And we rode them my aunt died at her house and
Yeah.
she kind of calmed down from there. So but she didn't speak to me for months, y'all. She didn't speak to me for months because she was just hurt, and I heard her cry every day. And it made me cry, and it made me sad. But all that shit she was talking, she still took care of that damn grandbaby. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy
Yeah.
she's the best grandparent you can ask for. Like she better than what she was with us. She's just beat me. But
Oh
baby, you
yeah.
can't even. She don't beat
Can't do nothing with
kids.
the
I'm
grandkid.
like, you can't hit a grandkid. So
Yeah.
I love my mama, and like I said, we both had a growing journey. She was a young mama as well, so we taught each other growing up, and what we lacked at, we ended up, having to
Mm.
become strong with each other, and just like little things we had to grow with each other. So I'm happy for that, and but yeah, y'all, like it was a crazy story, but I'm
Yeah.
happy that all happy so I can be here on that.
hmm So let me ask this because this is gonna go to all of y'all. It's gonna go to Damon. It's gonna go to Jarrell and to Terry because all of you are artists. All of you write music. All of you sing or rap or whatever the case may be. And I'm gonna start with you, Damon, because you were saying that the one thing that wouldn't go away was the songs in your head. So you were consistently writing and keeping your mind occupied from being incarcerated, by your writing, playing basketball, hitting the weights, whatever the case may be. But writing your music was one of the mainstays. Is that something that is always going on internally in your mind? You stay creating and writing music. That goes to all three of you. You start with
Yeah,
you,
I just
Damon.
wrote a song 2 days ago. Send it to you. I had AI put the music to it, but I wrote the lyrics in probably 10, 15 minutes. And it's just about me doing that 27 years. But my best songwriting comes from my experiences of what I've been through. Um, and to this day, I still feel the same way when it comes to me writing about what's going on inside my heart.
Yeah, yeah. JB, I think JB might have froze up. Did JB freeze up? I think
Yeah,
JB froze up on you. Okay,
yeah.
that's all right. Everybody froze up. It's just
I
you and
love
me,
that
right?
song Terry Jerry did.
Oh man, Terry cold blooded. Damon. Um, I think
Man,
she'll
that sounded good, man.
here in just a second. Excuse me. Yeah, she's a phenomenal talent. JB is as well. Like I said, man, it all of the conversations that we've been having here on the program. If you go back to some of our older interviews, every one of them have been exciting and interesting conversations. Getting to know you guys, getting to know what you've gone through, your testimonies in the fight, the resilience, the intestinal fortitude to overcome all of the roadblocks and impasses that have been put in your way. You know, you guys have shown just so much resilience. And so yeah, Terry, I'm asking you the same question. You know, is music always moving and shaking through your mind? You know what I'm saying? Is you know, you always have that happening? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to write, or you have to put something down, or you have to record, because you always have something in your mind, in an experience or something that's triggered that causes you to write, basically. So what's your muse, so to speak? Can you hear me, Terry?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah,
What you
man.
saying?
I was saying, because all of you, Jarrell, he'll probably be back here in a second too. All of you guys are artists. You
Yeah.
guys are songwriters, composers. So is that something that's a mainstay? That's something that's always happening internally. You're always thinking about music. You're always thinking about production and producing music. So you know, that's what I was asking. Is that something that's always happening internally with you, inside your mind?
Yes, I always venture off. Like I said, I live in La La Land most of the time, so it's like everything can be music to me. Any situation, kind of like like a writer or a cartoon character. Something in my mindset is always thinking of a music and thinking of like theater, or I have a flash. So in that way, I think that plays out of my mind every day, all day.
Yeah.
Like even
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. You've been in the music lane for quite some time though, Terry. You know what I mean? Like really in it. You know, you have a strong catalog, and you've been pushing for some time. What is it, and what is it going to take to get you where you want to be? Not where the industry wants you to be, where you want to be, and you're satisfied that you're consistently working, taking on gigs, booking in the studio as often as you need to be. And you did say, you know, just through the blessing and the grace of God, that you're now in a 3-bedroom home, the family's good. So everything that you saw within that vision um, um, has actually come to pass. And so you've put everything in the hands of God. So please give me some understanding in terms of, you know, what's next, you know, down the road, and what's coming for Terry Cherry.
Yeah, so I just released my Big Pie Redemption. Um, as well, I got so many little projects that I'm working on. I want to revive my House of Cherries, but I kind of want to do it in my own way. I'm so, I feel like sometimes I can't be my own downfall because I'm not just reaching for materialistic or what other people want, or just trying to keep up with, everybody, and that could be my downfall, when it comes to I can post more content, and I can post and do more things. I know I can. But I'm so private, it's hard for me to try to get with the new deal of, putting my life out there, my business. I used to think, like that was okay until I started to play it back and be like, you know what, let's just make me look dumb as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just, uh, and then also, like, it got to be more of a positive message of what I'm doing. So I'm
Mhm.
very aware now. So, the things I already did, I can't undo. And I was
Mhm.
thinking, like, dang, I didn't influence and did all this. And I wish I can change some things, but they don't have to change for me. And I don't think I'm gonna change overnight, but I'm definitely in the era or like what I do and what I put out. But I think of more skits. You'll see more skits from me, funny skits. Like stuff more with my children and like skits with for families and stuff like that. Some that's gonna nurture because they got enough things out here, enough music. I feel like it's already part of us, and I really don't want to be another person to add that on. So I'm kind of changing with my next album. I feel like it's more, you know, I always write substance music. So, but
Mhm.
just more aware of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
So Damon, you're starting to get involved with the artificial intelligence side, right, of the music, right, with Suno and things of
Yeah,
that nature.
yeah.
How how's it coming with learning those platforms?
I'm still trying to learn it, but I don't know how to, as far as a writer is concerned, even though they're putting the music with it, how I can try to put it out there. Because some of the songs are really excellent, but it's all of it is my writing. All of them are my lyrics, but that's just the only thing that I know how to do. I'm really kind of blinded to that kind of um situation on how to really try to get some of that stuff out there.
Okay, and we can, and I'm glad you said that because Terry knows, and I'm not talking about Terry. I'm talking about Terry Allred out in Greensboro with you, Damon, knows that we can assist you with that. We're going to assist you with that. And there's some steps that we need to take. And you have access to the studios out there. I know Terry has access to some studios that you can go in and record your music, right?
I didn't know that, but he said he
Yeah.
knew several things that where I could put something on the platform.
Yeah, well, before you get into those platforms, we need to go through the step by steps of how you need to register your music. Okay, and this goes for you too, Terry. And I'm here to assist. All right. So and I've gone through this checklist, so we're gonna run through it real quick. But some of the main things is number one, you got to make sure you copyright your music. That's number one. And I'm talking about through the Library of Congress. I'll send you both a PDF of this. You have to get your ISRC codes and your UPC code for your album squared away. You also have to register with the MLC.com. You have to register with the RIAA.com. You have to register with either your whichever PRO you decide, whether it be ASCAP or BMI. I'm doing this quickly just because it's a checklist, and I've had this conversation before on the platform, but I'm just giving you an idea, Damon, of some of the things that you have to have in place before you even put your music up on the DSP, so that you can get your royalties from your music. You know what I'm saying? Um, you have to set up your business. That's one of the first things, and we went through your EIN, your registration with the Secretary of State, your articles of incorporation, whether it be an LLC or whatever direction you decide to go, your business operations agreement, making sure that you have all of that stuff in place. Go to the bank, open up your business checking, business savings account, and then you can start routing all of your invoices, expenses, and all that kind of stuff through your accounts. Then you're almost to a point to where you can put it up on the DSP. That's the quick version. That's the quick version. You see what I mean? So now that your intellectual property is protected, any kind of video content that you push out on your music on your behalf is protected, and you're registered with all the right entities. I'm not talking about Tidal, Sound Exchange, CDB. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about the prelims, the things that you do beforehand before you push it to any of those different platforms. And we can get onto a conversation about that, Damon, and I can help you out with that a little bit later on too. Okay, Terry,
Mm-hmm.
talk to me
Yeah.
about the House of Cherries. Is that a show? Is it a movement, a foundation, a bigger media brand that you're pushing? Talk to me and talk to us about the House of Cherries, because you've been building that platform for quite some time now.
Mm-hmm. So my first set of House of Cheers. Ooh, did it go wrong? Yeah. My first set of House of Cheers. It was for artists. Took artists from my hometown or people that I knew that had talent, and I felt like that they wasn't, celebrated as they should, and let them know that you don't need money to use the word as your platform. So as a group or a collective, we go place to place and show our different talents because we can make our world our platform. Everybody got a phone, don't they? That's how I see it all the time. Like everybody got a phone, you just go to a big crowd and you become, that artist. So we was going place to place to prove that and show that. And, the first set didn't come out as great as I would love it. That's my first time, so I feel like my mistakes and the things, trying to be friends and have friends and allow them to, try to be them and and not, be equal with people. You can't. You gotta really be business. And I know my second time I had to be business. So this time that I'm doing the same thing, taking artists that I feel that is unique and going from city to city. But I kind of got like a little spin on it, and I want to take my time, and I want other different branches of like of networks as well. Like something that's gonna have a substance to it, not showing just fighting and stuff like that, but a growth to people. So that's really my outcome of why I do the House of Cheer. So I want it to become a whole network, basically overall, to have these different branches of TV shows or shows eventually, So I'm working on it, and it's in the win as well. And like I said, I restarted in August, so I'm working hard towards that, and um, as well, I'm doing more with the music side of House of Cheers, and so I can make sure this time that people can really show their talents and not their attitudes. And I definitely want to make sure that like I said, like what I'm doing moving forward has substance. So that's what I've been working on.
Okay. Big shout out to everybody that has joined the live. Jay Shaw, Tamara Davis Reed. What's going on, Tamara? How you doing? Tell the family I said hello. Tell Adrian I said what's happening. Jerry and Ja Blaze, what's going on? Lil G, what's going on? Be safe on the road. I know you're heading to Jacktown right now. Angel Williams, Kiara Isham. What's going on, Auntie? How y'all doing out there in the space and in the place? Thank y'all for joining. King Meezy, Mr. Fortified, Shay Waller, and the crew. I can't see who's on Twitch and on YouTube right now, but welcome everyone that has come in and tapped in with us. Look, y'all, we going on 2 hours. I'm not gonna hold y'all no longer. Cherry, we got to lock in your regular scheduled time. Damon, we have to figure out, once you know what your new work schedule is, when we can be back in full effect with your regular time schedule, right?
Yes, sir. I'll most definitely let you know. And it was nice meeting you, Terry Cherry.
Nice meeting you too.
Yes, indeed. So before we get off of here, Damon, I like to let everybody close out the way that they're gonna close out. So what you got for us this week, Damon? Talk to me.
No, I just want to tell everybody to, that you can achieve what you want to achieve when you put your mind to it. Just stay focused and keep God in your life, and he'll make a way out of no way. He really will.
Yes, amen to that. Definitely. Terry Cherry, your story is an inspiration. We're going to examine it a whole hell of a lot more. I appreciate you for coming on and being open and vulnerable to the conversation, and being committed to your family, being committed to your life, because I've seen how hard you fight. I've seen how hard you go for your family. You know what I mean? First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Fuck everybody else, how hard you go for yours. I've seen it, and I admire it, and I appreciate everything that you bring to the table as an artist. You are a genuinely true, authentic individual in this space where there's a whole lot of fake and bullshit that goes on. You are one individual that I know that keeps it 100% real all the time. And I appreciate you for that. So your last words before we get out of here, Cherry.
Y'all stay encouraged and always know that, faith without work is dead. So just remember that, and put one foot forward every day and keep strong, y'all. Y'all let me know what it is. We ain't having nobody week over here, okay? So y'all stay good.
Yes, indeed. So y'all be on the lookout. Terry Cherry will be on the platform on a regular and consistent basis, doing what Terry motherfucking Cherry does, being the best at everything that she is into. And this is not going to be anything different, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a great episode of Industry Talk here on the Prime Time Network. We're here every day live at 5, 7 days a week. Now, I will tell you guys this. Keep this in mind. The 16th, which is next week, or the 18th, sometime within that time frame, we're going to figure out how to make it work, but I will not be. I'm going to be in Detroit watching some basketball, baby. The Detroit Pistons are, they number one in the East, and they got home court advantage, and I'm going to see my son play some ball. So just to let y'all know, give y'all heads up, if I ain't around, y'all know I'm at a game. All right? But as always, beautiful people, it's always about health, wealth, and wellness. Stay dangerous. What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. And this is my personal invite to all of you to join me on Industry Talk on the Prime Time Network daily at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I get into great conversations with entrepreneurs, artists, industry leaders, you name it, we bring it to the table. So make sure you tap in with us, lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And we stream on all major platforms. And be sure to visit us at gemsitpublishing.com. This is Industry Talk. Let's get into it.
Motion.